Okay, so me and my boyfriend have been together for half a year now. In the time, I've managed to visit his parents twice. I wish it were more often, but I'm still a student and currently in my last year of school, and I don't have a car, so I have to use public transportation. So, in the best scenario, it takes me 4 hours to get there. Given that I live in Germany, where the public transportation is unreliable as shit, that's only because that's only best case scenario. It's quite hard for me to find the time to get there because I often also do volunteer work on the weekends. I already find it challenging just to make time for him. The thing that he seems the most upset about is that he's seen my parents way more often than I've seen his. But the thing is, I still live with my parents while he doesn't. So if he wants to visit me, he's going to see my parents more. Another thing is, he barely visits his parents himself. And when he does, it's always on weekends where I don't have time. I wish I could visit them more often there, but they're also judgmental and have abused him in the past, which doesn't sit right with me. And I have to pretend to be a cis straight girl since they don't accept trans people.
Trade. Those motherfuckers.
Okay, twist. So it's extremely stressful. I tried to talk to him about this yesterday since he made passive aggressive comments at me throughout our entire call yesterday, but he wouldn't elaborate upon it. I didn't know that the topic affected him so much because he wouldn't communicate with me about it, and I thought he didn't like being at his parents' place, but yesterday he told me he did. And that my view of the relationship he has with his parents is white people shit. So, am I the asshole?
Hell yes.
I'm not sure, as I tend to miss stuff since I'm autistic. Okay.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Where do we even really start?
So, okay, so
How do we eat a 60-pound ass?
What?
One piece at a time.
Yeah, I guess one piece at a time. So they are a trans man, and so they're in a relationship. So she's in a relationship with a man, and he, because he says he's a pretend to be a cis girl, meaning that he's a trans man. So, one, it sounds like they don't have the ability to get there as often, right? Due to their schedule.
Bullshit.
Excuses.
Due to their schedule and stuff like that. So, and public transportation isn't reliable. But it also doesn't sound like the boyfriend plans the trips around the days that they have off. It's always on weekends where they still have to work or do their volunteer hours. But I also think, like, if it volunteer hours, they volunteer. That means it's not mandatory. So I feel like right there's the thing. But also, the boyfriend has talked about the family being abusive and having,
a strained relationship with his parents.
Strained relationship with his parents. And also is not approving of their sexuality. So they have to change themselves to be accepted and just be able to meet the parents. And so now it's conflicting because, one, your parents actually don't accept me for me. And two, your parents treated you poorly and bad. So I have this negative image of your parents.
Along with a whole bag of other things.
Right. And so I just feel like it's just an interesting situation. Like, are they I wouldn't say that they're the asshole, but I feel like I have the question is, like, are you really putting an effort to spend time with his family? Although you don't like them, if they're not mistreating you, in the moment, because everybody has a path with their family, and
Fuck them kids.
they choose to stay a part of their parents' lives and stuff. And if that's your partner and that's what he desires, then there's some compromise in that, you know. So for example, if you're like, I have a rough upbringing or whatever, but you still want to be around your family, I'm going to be around your family until you be like, I don't want to focus. Unless they say something to me disrespectful, then I'll be like, no, I want to be around them. But I'm going to go visit your family with you.
Oh, bitch.
We ain't going to be buddy, espookun, but I'm going to do what makes you happy. But we also going to talk about the fact is that I can't change myself to be around your family. That's one thing that's going to be hard, like, to change. And I think that's where they struggle at too. It's like they have to be a whole completely different person to be around your parents. You know what I'm saying?
And we don't know, but where my mind is going with them feeling like they gotta be a whole different person around their spouse's parents. They probably have some insecurities or some uncomfortability just in society.
True.
And with, they want to be in their own space because they feel safe there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to go and do something extra that's may aggravate them or heighten their anxiety. So, and on top of that, like you said, and like it stated, your parents have a bad history with you. That gives me a bad feeling towards them. So it just seemed like a pile of
That is one big pile of shit.
reasons not or to be like, I'm not interested, But I like what you said, like just humor your spouse, your significant other. Go ahead and be available for these moments until they get enough of it. I like that route.
What do you mean until I get enough of it?
I feel like if I'm the person with the estranged relationship with my parents, but I'm asking you, hey, I'm always out here with mom and everything. Let's spend time with my parents. I feel like a person in that situation would have those moments and they will end soon. It won't be like an every weekend or every other weekend thing. It'd probably be like, maybe we're going to do it this month, we'll do it next month. And by that time, or maybe even the third month, the main child with the troubled past with his parents will be like, you know what? I had that feeling of having you with them, having all of us together. I had that family feeling. I'm done. Now I'm going to resort back to us.
Okay. But what if it's not like, a feeling? It's more of like, I spend more time with your family, so we have to spend the equal amount of time with our family. But they live with their family, their parents. You know what I'm saying?
If that's the case, like you said, the weekend, they're doing volunteer work. That's when you said, compromising. So bring in a compromising schedule where every other month we take a trip out there. I don't with the person who wrote in living with their parents, you can't even it out.
Correct.
You're not gonna have the same amount of time with the person who's living with their parents versus this other spouse whose parents says you got to travel to go see them. That's not gonna happen. You can't evil that time out.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
Right. But that's one of the copes of what the boyfriend said was, well, we see your parents all the time. It's like, are you wanting to go see your parents because you want to actually see your parents, or are you want to see your parents because you feel like we see my parents more, right? And then the go into the factor where they said, I didn't even know that you like visiting your parents, right? Mm-hmm. Which means that they never had a conversation about the positive experiences that he's having with his parents, right? And then now it's like, oh yeah, I do like going over there, so let's go over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of it's like not a lot of communication that's happening amongst them and a lot of changes. But also it sounds like their partner is still uncomfortable of pretending to be a woman when they're not.
Right. And that's what I got into at first about the uncomfortability.
Yeah.
So, is it, am I the asshole?
Yeah, I don't think they are. I don't think the asshole, because it doesn't sound like they're intentionally not trying to go see their
It
parents.
does to me.
It sounds like they're intentionally not going to go see their parents.
It sounds like they're intentionally not making an effort to. It sounds like they're making excuses. But that's fine. That is fine. Because you want to be somewhere where you're comfortable.
True.
You know, where you feel safe.
Yeah.
So, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to read some of the comments?
Yeah,
People have comments. So a person said, "Not the a-hole. He is the a-hole, and you should really rethink the relationship." I don't think that, but someone said, "Not the a-hole. He doesn't live with his parents. You do live with yours. Is he saying there should be some kind of fairness that you visit his parents more often because he sees you see yours more often? I don't understand what his complaint is specifically. 6 months in is still pretty early in the relationship. You guys live separate and very different lives. You are not at a point where you're combining household and living as a couple. Does he visit and stay with you sometimes? Do you visit and stay with him sometimes? What do your dates usually look like? And it sounds like he feels a sense of imbalance because your living situation has him visiting your parents every time he visits you. But when you visit him, it's at his home. He visits his parents as a separate planned event, which is perfectly normal. What's not normal is having him inventing an obligation or grievance for you to give his parents equal time when he doesn't even do that for himself. Somebody says 6 months. I'm astonished that you've already met his parents. I'll be cooling off this relationship. I don't think that's early. I think that's a pretty decent time.
That sounds like somebody who is pro hooking up phase.
Yeah, because if you're in a serious committed relationship, meeting each other's, family members is not an odd situation, even if you're not living with them. I met almost your whole entire family. You met most of my
6 months.
Within 6 months, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, less than 6 months. You met my mom less than 6 months. So
3 months in, we was having a intimate circle.
Yeah,
game night.
Absolutely. 3 months in. Yeah, we had game night with mom.
With twin,
mom, some of my friends, my daughter. Yeah,
good friends, co-friends.
Mm-hmm. And then what?
And OG Big Mama.
OG Big Mama. Yeah. And then what? 5 months in, I ended up meeting your family.
Everybody. Dropped the whole bomb on you.
5 months in, I met everybody.
My favorite auntie.
Mama
came into town.
Mama, sisters.
Big sis came in town from Connecticut.
Yeah. So I don't think.
And the other big sister.
Yeah. So I don't think 6 months is too early to meet people's parents. Yeah. I don't think that at all. But I do think the obligation is kind of a lot for 6 months, where you feel like you have to be with his family every other weekend or every weekend, whatever it is, because he feels like he's around your family more. It's just circumstantial.
And with that, the obligation part,
yeah,
if how we were intentional.
Yeah, we're very intentional.
So if they are intentional with building something, why not?
If that's true, you also have to think about your partner's comfort. Because why would you intentionally build something with family members who aren't going to accept your partner for who they are? You're putting them in an uncomfortable situation.
Okay, that's interesting. So if I'm going down that route, thinking about that, if I'm intentional with you, you never meet my parents with that situation?
No, They've already met his parents.
Oh, you saying okay? Never
Yeah.
spent having time with them.
Yeah, they met. They've been to his parents' house a couple of times, like twice, or I think they said 2 or 3 times.
They just don't want.
They just not. It's
trying
not
to make
a
a habit.
Yeah, it's not a habit.
A
Yeah.
monthly routine or something.
Correct.
Weekly routine.
Yeah, but they've already met their parents. Yeah.
Good night, y'all.
Look, my bad. Look, love. I swipe. Y'all be blessed. Be good people.
Peace out.